Leo's insights are presented to challenge, inform, and encourage you in your quest to break free from school-based approaches to education. Building upon a foundation of unschooling, we sincerely hope these insights help you to consider how education can be truly unlimited.
Well, I have been involved in political activities for most of my life. I'm not much of a groupie. Aside from my serious involvement in the establishment of the Reform Party of Canada a long time ago, I now tend to maintain my memberships in political parties so I can be in the know of what is happening and influence when opportunity is presented. While I often communicate with political leaders and government workers, I believe most of my communications go largely unnoticed. But then again, we never really know what effect our efforts actually have. One thing is certain: you won't have any effect if you do nothing other than complain. In any event, the conservative movement was shaking badly when the NDP formed the government in Alberta in 2015. I was involved in a few political parties, so I could be in on what would eventually become the formation of United Conservative Party, or the UCP, which I assumed would end all the internal acrimony within the Conservative House. Unfortunately, this supposed uniting of conservative factions was more show than tell. Frustrated, I had no interest in going to the UCP annual general meeting, or the AGM, after the party replaced the NDP in the 2019 election. So I simply deleted the invitation. As I did this, I felt immediate internal pressure to undelete the invitation, which I ignored, only to be more compelled to do so. I was convinced the Lord wanted me to go to that convention. For some reason, my wife was not interested. For weeks, I argued with God about going, but ultimately, I went to the AGM in Calgary. I must admit, I initially had a bad attitude about being there, but then it happened. In a very large crowd of hustle and bustle, I met the Minister of Education, not once, not twice, but 3 times. This was nothing short of a miracle. And I was able to make such a positive impression on her that my wife and I were later invited to visit the minister in her office just weeks before the world was turned upside down by the COVID pandemic. The lesson in all this: listen to your heart. And when you hear that still small voice suggesting you reconsider your decision, hear what is being said and obey its guidance. This particular situation set in motion the events which led to Education Unlimited eventually obtaining school accreditation.
We trust you were blessed by today's presentation. For more helpful information to guide you in your home education journey, please visit educationunlimited.ca and leogaumont.com. Be sure to like us and share us on Facebook.